Good morning, everyone. She in here. That's what she said. Give you a minute or two for anyone that's able to join. Otherwise, I know you'll be able to watch this later. Stretching out a bit this morning. Just wanted to show you the thumbnail I used for this video. Thank you, Natalie. This came at my doorstep the day I came home from the oncologist appointment last Thursday, and it couldn't have been more perfect, divine timing. I had a really hard time at the appointment. I was lucky my best friend Rachel took me and was there with me. So here is the latest and greatest. And as with everything in life, it's mixed with some good or great news and also with some not so great news. So first, to start off with some good news, last Wednesday, my mom and I went to Gilda's Club for the first time. And Erin Batdorf, I'm blessed that she invited me and took us around and showed us the place and all that they have to offer in terms of support, which me and my family will be taking advantage of. We're so grateful for all of their services. Also on Wednesday, I wound up getting a call from my oncologist, Dr. Mehta, requesting to see me the very next day. Now, this could put a few red flags up, but I figured, hey, he's squeezing me in while he can, rather than waiting till next week. So on Thursday, Rachel picked me up, and I had my first fill done post-mastectomy with Dr. Fahey. And I'm very happy to report to you that that was virtually painless. I was really concerned that it was going to hurt, but they use a very small butterfly needle, and the injection itself, I did not feel at all. So I'm happy to report that, and I'll also show you what I look like just generally post that. So this is one fill done, and I'm just going to show you also how my healing is going. Ooh, I'm sorry, Zazie. I just stepped on Zazie's tail. Sorry, Zaz. Okay, so here's the left side, healing well. Now there's one area in the lower part of the breast that is still quite bruised and indented, as well as below my ribs, but my scar itself is healing well, and that indent is just because I had the lumpectomy done on December 17th. So hopefully as I get a few more fills, that skin will heal and it'll also just fall into place. Now on the right side, this is where I had all my lymph nodes removed, and my scar's healing well. I still have a bit of a lump and pain from where the tubes were, and they said that's because there is a chain of nerve that runs down this line, and you can see the line where they did take all my lymph nodes out. Healing well, but again, it's still painful for me. On to some of the good news regarding my weight. I'm happy to report that I gained 6 pounds in the past week, and that is such great news because I'm really going to need to gain weight with what I'm facing now. So, hi Aunt Tara, I love you. I'm so happy to have you here with me right now as I give this new information that I just received from Dr. Mehta, my oncologist. And shout out to him, he also does have a book, After Cancer Care. This is him, I know it's reversed, but Pallav Mehta, he's amazing, and I got this book figuring any information post-care would be useful for me pre-care, and they do outline a lot of dietary things that are helpful in here, so I definitely suggest you pick it up. Hi, Aunt Jen. I'm so happy you're here too because I haven't been able to fill you in on these details. It was really upsetting for me, the information at first, and I know I should have been more prepared, being that I already knew that I was 4-node positive from Dr. Brill. I really didn't look more into what that entailed because I didn't want to freak myself out. But here's the information that I got from Dr. Mehta. I have now been upgraded from a stage 2 breast cancer to stage 3A. And the reason is because in the right side, 4 of the lymph nodes are positive for cancer. 2 micro, small amounts. 2 macro amounts. In the 2 that had macro amounts of cancer, what was the most concerning to him was the fact that there was extranodal growth, ENT. And he said that this was really concerning to him, that rather than my lymph nodes themselves getting larger, which they haven't. I mean, my lymph nodes had nothing palpable. And also my MRI and ultrasound came back negative. And he said that that actually happens 15 to 20% of the time. So I'm very happy that Dr. Brill removed this entire chain. And although only 4 of the 14 were positive, he said what really concerns him is the fact that in the small area, it started growing outside, which just is a higher risk of metastasis. So I now have officially been finally approved by insurance for a PET scan, and I did make that appointment for this Thursday. So what I'm up against right now, tomorrow I have oral surgery that will be done on 2 teeth. Today, let me back it up to today. Today I'm going to see the GI doctor who will hopefully be able to clear me for this GI bleed that I have been having. And Dr. Mehta said that it did drop my hemoglobin more than a hemorrhoid bleed would. So it is a concern of them to deeper dive, and I shouldn't be surprised if they want to do another colonoscopy to rule out polyps or fissures or something that would cause my hemoglobin to drop so much. He also said that that could be a post-surgery anemia, or actually he said post-surgery inflammatory anemia, but we'll get into that after the GI doctor today. Tomorrow I have oral surgery on the 2 teeth by Dr. Logi, and he is fantastic, and he will be putting me to sleep for the surgeries. Then on Thursday, I have my second fill with Dr. Fahey, and I'm happy that they are getting these fills done before I start chemo and radiation. In case there's any scarring down, getting them expanded now will benefit me in the long run, even though I'm going to have to keep the expanders in longer. So Thursday, after I see Dr. Fahey, I will be having the PET scan done. Next step from there, I have an appointment with Dr. Brill on February 5th, and she's going to go over the onco score with me a little bit. Hopefully it'll be back by then. And what we're now trying to determine is whether I'm going to be able to have chemo that requires 2 drugs or 3 drugs. Dr. Mehta really wants to keep me on the 2-drug protocol because the 3rd drug has effects on your heart and can also cause leukemia. So in me, we're looking for an onco score of 20 or greater that will indicate that I will need the most aggressive type of chemo. Now, a little bit about that onco testing. It used to be where 0 to 18 was low, 19 to 30 was intermediate, and 30 or more was higher. They recently did a Taylor X trial on 1,000 women, which has shifted that scale lower, particularly for women who are younger. Postmenopausal, they've extrapolated the data to show that a score higher of 25 will benefit from chemo. Now, these scores are irrelevant for me other than which type of aggressive chemo I will need. So again, for myself, anything above 20 is going to mean that I will need all three types of treatment. So I'm praying, let's keep our prayers that my onco score is below 20 and my PET scan comes back showing that there's no metastasis to my bones or lungs or any of that. Let me see what else as I review my notes here. I will also be having to have what's called a portacath put in surgically 7 to 10 days after tomorrow, after my teeth surgery. I was very upset hearing this news at first because it's another surgery. Ugh. And I know the port's going to be there and it's going to be uncomfortable, and I'm just tired of all of these uncomfortable things. But that being said, I need to look at it like it's saving my life, and that's what it's doing. So after I get the portacath put in, a week after that is when we're going to be able to start chemotherapy. As I said, that how aggressive we are is going to be based on my oncotype. So bad news, I've been upstaged to a stage 3A cancer. Good news, they didn't treat me minimally, as Fox Chase was going to just do a lumpectomy of one side and not even look at my other side. So I'm just so grateful to God that I was placed in the right hands at MD Anderson Cooper with Dr. Brill, Dr. Maida, and Dr. Fahey. I also want to give a special shout out and thank you to Reverend's Pharmacy, who is a local pharmacy in Pleasantville, New Jersey. They have gone out of their way to work with the doctors and have even delivered the medications to my home. In addition to that, they said a prayer with me and my mom, and it was just so special. And you don't get that type of care at big centers like CVS and Walmart, and although they may be slightly more convenient, I always want to support small businesses. And look, what it gives back is so much more than, what you get is so much more than what you give. I can't even say that right now. Hi, Amanda. I'm so happy to see you right now. I know you're joining from the West Coast. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon, and then you can maybe rewatch the playback to get all of the details of what's going on with me right now. You know, I was really hopeful that the mastectomy would be the most radical part of my treatment, and it's really sinking in that it's much more long-term than that. The other shout out I wanted to give is to Dr. Buck from Corda Pain Medicine. Thankfully, he has been working with me since my lumpectomy. After I had extreme pain from the 4 biopsies and then the 5th one that I had, I decided to go to a specialist in pain management who could help minimize my pain medications and also hopefully move me towards legal medical marijuana if and when that becomes necessary for me for chemo to keep my weight up. It's just been a big concern of mine, and as of now, he does not have me on that or think that it's necessary, but he has been fantastic. If I am in pain or having any questions or issues, I email him directly and he responds like this, even on Saturday and Sunday. And again, that is the type of care that is just going above and beyond, and I'm so grateful. Just a couple more thank yous that I want to run through before my dad comes to pick me up. I want to thank Rachel, Paige, Patty, Paul, Natalie, Chrissy, Jenny, Ginger, Nicole, Tammy, Cindy. Those of you who are able to visit me already, I want to apologize to everyone else who has been trying to visit me, but I have either not been able to answer your call or been up for your visits because, yeah, although I seem kind of up right now, have my highs and I have my lows. And when I need my rest, I just really need to rest. So I want to thank all of you who've been praying for me every single day. Beatrice, 5 o'clock in the morning, I get a picture of your incense, and it just inspires me to stay centered in God and know I am not a body. I am free. I am still as God created me. I am not my breasts. I am not my hair. I am a beautiful spirit, just as all of you are. And although these things come up in our lives to try to take us off center, I am not going to live in fear factor. I am going to keep centered in God. And what also helps me with that are my godchildren. And these are Kylie, Kobe, Sterling, Jaden, Juliana, Angelo, Mateo, Evie, Hattie, Michael, Ela, Belle, Gabby, Buzz. I love you all. Thank you for sending me all of your written messages, all of your videos, singing to me, saying your prayers to me. I am so grateful for you, and I love you so much. I'm going to wrap it up now. My dad's probably here to pick me up, and I need to make a smoothie to go. I love you all, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Mwah. Here we go again where I don't know how to turn it off. Oh my gosh, silly she. You should have learned this the first time, right? Nope. I don't know how to end the video, guys. So I hope this is amusing for everyone. Okay, it's gonna happen. There we go. Bye for real. That's what she said. Keep smiling. Keep it light. God loves you. You're perfect.